For most of its existence, Indiana football lived at the bottom of college football. Losing seasons stacked on top of each other, national relevance felt impossible, and the program became an easy punchline for decades. Then everything changed when Curt Cignetti walked through the door. In a shockingly short span, Cignetti transformed what many called the losingest program in the sport into a national powerhouse. Indiana went from an afterthought to a team that dominates opponents, controls big moments, and now stands on the brink of a national championship. Across the college football landscape, people are struggling to find a comparison because this rise feels unreal. The context makes it even more staggering. Before Cignetti arrived, Indiana endured years of frustration, brief flashes of hope, and long stretches of irrelevance. Winning seasons were rare. Conference victories were even rarer. The idea that Indiana could compete with elite programs felt laughable to everyone except the people inside the building. That disbelief vanished in the playoff semifinal against Oregon. On paper, the matchup looked lopsided. Oregon brought elite recruiting, depth at every position, and one of the most talented rosters in the country. Indiana brought belief, discipline, and execution. What followed was not just a win, but a statement. Indiana dominated from start to finish, forcing mistakes, capitalizing on every opportunity, and overwhelming a program built on star power. Quarterback Fernando Mendoza perfectly summed up the identity of this team after the game. He described a roster filled with overlooked players, bonded by trust and driven by a single goal. That mentality defines the entire rebuild. Indiana does not beat itself. The Hoosiers protect the football, play clean, tackle with purpose, and stay composed when pressure rises. Cignetti's blueprint is simple but ruthless. Production matters more than hype. Experience matters more than rankings. Players are held accountable, roles are clear, and effort is non-negotiable. His background studying elite programs shows up every Saturday in how Indiana prepares and performs. The modern tools of college football only accelerated the process. Smart use of the transfer portal, disciplined roster construction, and a clear culture allowed Indiana to skip years of rebuilding. This was not gradual. It was explosive. Analysts across the sport have struggled to put it into words. Some have called it the fastest rebuild ever. Others say it may be the greatest turnaround in sports history, period. Regardless of how the final game ends, Indiana football has already rewritten what people believed was possible. One more win would seal immortality. Even without it, this transformation has already changed college football forever.